Welcome back. So today I'm going to make a delicious version of tortillas. I know if you've watched my previous videos, you have seen me make tortillas before, but I want to do it a little bit differently today. I'm going to make fish tacos tonight, and I'd like some green chilies and stuff infused into the flavor. And so I thought, what better way than to put it into my tortillas? So I'm going to take this can of diced green chilies. These are fire roasted chilies. They are not hot. In fact, I don't even think they have a heat indicator. Yeah, the heat indicator is down here. It's not hot. So I put them in my little, this is like a Magic Bullet. It's a knockoff of that, I guess you'd say. It works great. I'm going to get these blended up. I don't know that you're going to want to hear this, but... And the reason I do that is I don't want big chunks in my tortilla mixture, right? Or it would make it really hard to... and that just pureed it nice, very nice, like baby food. Okay, so what I've got in this bowl is my flour mixture. And most of the time I don't measure anything, so for those of you that haven't seen me cook, I'm going to put some salt in here. This is really the only time that's going to get salted. I'm also going to use a little bit of jalapeno powder. Not much, because this will add some heat to it, but I want that flavor infused in here. So maybe just, I don't know, a pinch. We'll say a pinch. And then I've got my wet ingredients that will start going in. I've got to cut in my shortening. And I do that with a pastry. I'm not a pastry tool, I guess you'd say. About, that looks to be about half a cup of shortening, maybe 3/4 of a cup. Nah, about a half a cup. I just happen to be using the butter flavor. That really doesn't make a difference in this recipe. You can use lard, you could use the regular shortening. It's really your preference. So I'm going to get this cut into here and I'll be back. Alright, so I've got that all cut into the mixture. I don't know if you guys heard me say I put about a half or a cup of masa flour, which is a corn flour, and then the rest is the white whole wheat, about 2 cups of that. I'm also going to add in some cumin, some ground cumin, just maybe a teaspoon of that. As well. And then now I'm ready to start adding my wetter ingredients, which to start with will be the green chili mixture. So I don't have too much liquid. I don't want to add my water first. And unlike biscuits, you want your ingredients to be warm. Biscuits and you would like that to be cold, but I want to spread the shortening out evenly throughout the dough so it does not. So I've heated some water in the microwave. It's as hot as I can handle to spread that out. That way you don't have pockets of shortening, and makes them nicer to cook. I've tried using cold water. They do not come out the same. So that's how I do this. And I just keep adding until I feel like I've got a really soft, pliable dough. That's what you want here. And when it starts picking up everything off the bottom, then it's time for the hands to go in. By then it's cooled off enough that I can tolerate the heat of the hot water. And it looks like we're there. Now, you could do this in a KitchenAid mixer. It would make light of this work, that's for sure. I don't happen to have one yet, but I'm working on it. Someday somebody on Craigslist is going to want to get rid of theirs, and I'm going to be there. So I get this dough all together where it's nice and soft. I feel like I don't have, I don't feel any dry spots. It's very nice. Okay. Now, I roll it out into little balls, which will be my tortillas, before I rest the dough. You could rest the dough and then do it, but I just figured then I'm ready to start cooking. So you want it larger than a golf ball, but right in that vicinity. I try to make them all as even as possible. Sometimes I get them more even than others. So I'm going to finish rolling these out. I'll cover them with a damp towel and let this dough rest before I cook it off, and I'll be back to show you that. And taste one. Alright, you guys, I'm back. I'm getting ready to roll out some tortillas now. Let the dough rest for 20 minutes or so. I've even actually had to run to the store for something and been gone an hour. As long as that towel that you've got them covered with stays damp, you'll be okay. So they don't have to be gorgeous, but I do try to keep them a little bit like a round tortilla, somewhat round. And you can actually, this dough is soft enough, you can push it. The reason for resting is if you don't rest it, it's like pizza dough. It will kind of shrink back to, tries to go back into a ball form. And I'm just using a Ziploc bag that I've cut the seams down, and get this in here. The skillet's on a medium-high. You kind of get what the perfect temperature is once you do a couple of them. And I start rolling the next ball of dough, because by the time I get it rolled out, 9 times out of 10, this one's just about ready. And you can see bits of pepper flakes in there, just little flecks of the green chili peppers. Pretty yummy. They smell good too. It's starting to brown up. The first one always takes a little while. I don't want to get my pan screaming hot and burn them, so anyways, I'll do a couple of these and come back and show you the end result. Okay, I'm back. I've got all the tortillas cooked up, and I keep them wrapped up in foil because I feel like part of that cooking process is steaming them afterwards. That's what makes them soft and pliable. They're still really hot. So they haven't quite, all of them haven't quite finished steaming. But there's 18 tortillas there. I already had one, and they are fabulous. So I hope this inspires somebody to maybe try something new. They're just beautiful. And they smell wonderful. They just have that light background of the green chilies. There's no heat from the jalapenos. It added to the flavor, but we're going to make fish tacos tonight, and that will be another layer of flavor for us. So I hope that inspires you. I hope you try it. It's really easy. The hardest part is standing there to cook them. And that is not hard. So I'm going to get these put back in the foil and put them in their perspective bag so they will be nice and soft for us for tonight's dinner. And there you go. And it cost me pennies. I think because of the green chilies that were in there, it probably cost me $1 to make these, just because of the green chili factor. But other than that, it's pretty reasonable to add to our meal. And I know what's in here. I know it's healthy, and in moderation it's healthy. So I hope you guys have a good evening, and I'll see you next time.